So, to the north of Toronto proper, we've been getting a lot of geese with some sort of foreign substance on them. We had a couple of bodies of water where we were getting reports in some industrial areas. And then one day we got a call and it was reported that there was 8 birds with this similar looking sticky, gluey, oily substance on them, totally inland, away from water, in a large flock. We decided that we had to go and respond and see if we could collect these guys. This is a big ordeal.
Yeah, look at the neck of that one. It's looking a little oily. Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, like those 4?
Yeah.
Keep an eye on them. If they start to reintegrate, then let's break them up, because having those guys away, we can just boop, grab them and start pushing them this way and then figure out how we're going to collect them. But they're in molds, they can't fly. But we got roads here, we don't want to be running across streets for their safety, our safety, etc. So let's get every net we own out of the car, the big types. Geese molt annually, which means they lose all their feathers and grow in new ones, so they have nice fresh ones after the spring migration so that they're ready for fall. And it coincides with when their babies are just learning to fly, so they all have new feathers to fly with. You, me, and Sara are gonna walk them into that corral. Okay? Once they're in there, we'll just have to see how they're behaving. With trucks and cars and industrial machines and stuff whizzing by on roads, we had to really be smart with how we went about this process. The plan was to either isolate 1 or 2 birds from the flock and walk them in this group of rescuers that we had assembled towards a building or a driveway or some area where basically could be more contained than just us with our nets. Time was of the essence just because these birds were really suffering with this horrible substance on them. Because there were so many birds, it was kind of pull some birds off of the flock, isolate them against a building, catch them, get them out of the net, get them to the transport cage. It was terribly hot, so we all had to worry about our heat, the animals' heat. Now they can't even regulate their body temperature at all with this goo on them. Ultimately, we got 8 birds in less than an hour, which we were like, that's incredible. It's important to bring any animal, bird, mammal, in that's covered in a foreign substance, because just like our bodies, we breathe essentially through our skin, and the skin below the bird's feathers is being blocked. And of course, a bird needs its feathers to be able to fly. It also uses its feathers for waterproofing. So all these things are affected as soon as there's oil on them. It just ruins everything. So it's absolutely necessary to get these animals in as quick as possible to get it off of them. So the question always is, how did these geese become oiled? We have no idea. There's a lot of industry there. At first we were thinking maybe because it was such a unique substance that there was a spill in behind one of these yards. But then once we started getting birds from all these different situations, it's really hard to tell. There's been a lot of huge downpours of rain this season, and it all gushes down the storm drains that you see everywhere in a cityscape. That can just flow and ultimately end up in these catch basins that we all see that look like beautiful habitat for birds. And once they swim through that, they're covered in oil. And we always report when there's oil found in nature that's affecting wildlife. But it's a miraculous work that the vet team and the rehabilitation team do in here. It's a lot of work. You got to worry about ingestion, so they're dealing with things internally. You got to get the material off of them as quickly as possible. Doing bath after bath after bath to get the substance off of them. And then you have to allow the oils to come back onto the feathers to make the entire body waterproof again.
So through that, like these are beating too. Look at that. That looks really nice. Beautiful.
It's baths, it's medications, it's swimming, it's spritzing, it's checking. So it's just thing after thing after thing that this amazing team takes care of, and it's a beautiful thing where they come from, which is horrible, to where they end up.
There you go.
So they've been in our care for probably about 3 to 4 weeks. It took multiple baths to remove this substance. It was not easy to get it off. So these guys are ready. They come from a combination of 3 ponds, all in a close area. So today's an exciting day to get them back out.
Sometimes people go, why do you spend so much time on one goose or anything? And my answer is, they're an individual just like you and I are an individual. And we feel here that they deserve the respect as I would want from others as well. So often we cause the problems that these wild animals are encountering to humans. All of our belief here is it's our duty to give back to them and try to help them through these things that so often we've caused. That's the most important thing. We can help them and get them back to the wild.
If you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel and make sure you hit the bell to be notified when we share new content. We would also love if you shared this video with a friend.